Have you ever wondered what happens when you take those simple scraps from your kitchen, a stack of cardboard, and your bare garden soil, and bury them together in a raised bed? It sounds almost too simple to work, yet when left to nature, these basic materials transform in ways that can completely change the fertility of your soil. For 3 months, we tracked the journey of this buried mixture, from the moment the first sheet of cardboard hit the soil to the point where dark, crumbly humus began forming. The results were fascinating, surprising even experienced gardeners, and they revealed a process that anyone can replicate to revive tired soil. What makes this experiment so compelling is how it combines accessibility with efficiency. Cardboard provides slow-release carbon, kitchen scraps offer nitrogen and sugars, and virgin soil serves as a microbe-rich foundation. Together, they create a perfect ecosystem underground, one that invites worms, fungi, and bacteria to rebuild the soil from the inside out. Understanding the timing and stages of this transformation is key to harnessing its full potential. And honestly, it's far easier than traditional compost piles or expensive amendments. The first stage starts with preparation. We began with a raised bed stripped down to virgin soil, soil that had not been amended or tilled heavily in months. This baseline was important to observe how organic matter and microbes interact with the untouched earth. The bed was leveled and lightly moistened, creating the ideal environment for decomposition to begin. Next came the cardboard layer. Sheets were flattened, torn into manageable pieces, and lightly wetted before being laid down. The key here is overlap. Each piece must touch the next to prevent weeds from sneaking through and to ensure that the entire layer remains consistently moist. Cardboard serves as a slow carbon source, feeding fungi and certain bacteria that specialize in breaking down complex plant fibers. Initially, the cardboard doesn't look like much. It's a bland, brown mat. But beneath the surface, microbial activity begins immediately, with fungi colonizing the edges and microbes preparing to digest the cellulose. Once the cardboard layer was set, kitchen scraps were distributed evenly over the top. We used a mix of fruit and vegetable peelings, overripe bananas, melon rinds, and some coffee grounds. These materials introduce nitrogen, sugars, and minerals that are essential for microbes to multiply and start the decomposition process in earnest. The contrast between the carbon-heavy cardboard and the nitrogen-rich scraps sets the stage for a balanced decomposition, a principle often overlooked by gardeners who simply dump scraps into compost piles without layering properly. After spreading the scraps, they were lightly covered with another thin layer of soil from the same bed. This serves multiple purposes. It keeps flies away, maintains moisture, and integrates the scraps with the underlying cardboard, allowing worms and soil microbes to access all layers more efficiently. By this stage, the bed isn't visually impressive. It really just looks like a standard raised bed. But honestly, a complex biological process has already started. During the first 2 weeks, microbial activity accelerates beneath the surface. This early stage is subtle, but, it's actually critical. Fungi begin digesting the cardboard, breaking down cellulose and creating pathways that make it easier for bacteria and worms to move through the material. Bacteria target the kitchen scraps, rapidly consuming sugars and soft plant tissue, producing heat and gases as byproducts. In a well-balanced bed, the soil temperature rises slightly, indicating active microbial metabolism, a sign that the process is on track. Worms may not appear in large numbers immediately, but, their initial inspection of the layer begins around this time. The combination of moisture, organic matter, and temperature really draws them in. Their tunneling further aerates the soil, ensuring that microbes have access to oxygen and, honestly, facilitating even decomposition throughout the layers. By the end of 3 months, the buried layers of cardboard kitchen scraps and virgin soil had transformed into rich black humus, capable of supporting vigorous plant growth. This method is low cost, low effort, and honestly remarkably effective, allowing gardeners to rebuild soil fertility in a way that traditional composting just cannot match. If you're looking for a practical, proven way to convert waste and basic materials into fertile garden beds, this buried layering method is, well, an excellent choice. The transformation of the soil over 12 weeks really demonstrates that humus can be built efficiently and sustainably without expensive amendments or complicated composting systems. Subscribe to Hydrohaven for more experiments and actionable insights into soil revival, composting hacks, and ways to bring your garden to life naturally. Share this guide with fellow gardeners who want to understand the true power of simple materials transforming into rich, fertile soil, because the journey from scraps to humus is one every serious gardener should, witness for themselves.